New York just made changes to one of the most ambitious climate laws in the country, and almost nobody's talking about it. Make sure to follow for more stories like this and listen to the Green Collar Careers podcast to hear from people doing environmental and climate work. In 2019, New York passed the Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act. The CLCPA is one of the strongest climate laws ever enacted in the U.S. It sets binding targets, hard deadlines, and ambitious emissions reduction goals. Here's what just changed. Over Memorial Day weekend, Governor Hochul's office included language in this year's state budget that amends key provisions to that law. The 2030 goal of reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 40% from 1990 levels has been replaced by a new 2040 target. And the deadline for implementing the underlying regulations has been extended to 2028. Additionally, the state's method for measuring greenhouse gas emissions has been updated from a 20-year time frame to a 100-year time frame. Supporters of these changes say the original deadlines were unworkable given federal headwinds, supply chain disruptions, and the real cost burden on New Yorkers. The governor's office says the reforms protect affordability while keeping New York on track as a climate leader. Opponents say these changes weaken the law's accountability mechanisms and were inserted through the budget process without sufficient public debate. Environmental groups also say the updated emission accounting method makes progress look better on paper without corresponding real-world action. Both sides agree on one thing: New York's climate regulatory landscape just shifted significantly. Which side are you on? Drop it in the comments. And here's what this means for green careers. New York's climate regulatory landscape just shifted, and the work of figuring out what that means in practice is just getting started. More than ever, this field needs people who aren't scientists. The environmental field has never needed more people from more backgrounds than it does right now. DM me Pivot for the Green Pivot Map, link in the bio. And make sure to follow for more stories like this and listen to the Green Collar Careers podcast.